All right, everyone, thanks for joining us. Welcome in, and we are ready to go here for Chattahoochee Monsters Baseball. I'm Tom Callahan, and I'm here with you, and we're doing the game remotely today, and the Gainesville Gol'Diggers are the host for this exciting Game 3. Can you believe it? The Chattahoochee Monsters have come all the way to the semifinal, Game 3. It is a winner-take-all Game 3 here this evening, and so thank you for joining us. This is incredible to me. Just when you look at the season the Monsters have had, everything they've had to go through, this team, you really could say, hey, they're an underdog. They're in everything. It really has been difficult for them, and they've overcome so much. It was a late move. It was late getting the team together. It just was one of those years where you thought, well, okay, year one for the Monsters. They'll figure it out as they go here, as they ended up coming to Columbus just weeks before the start of the SunBelt Baseball League season. But we're excited. Now when you look at it, this Monsters team, they started 4-0 on the year, but then they went through a stretch where they lost 8 of 10. That's difficult on anyone. However, they have really battled back, and they've made just a heck of a recovery, and down the stretch, they were fantastic, and the Chattahoochee Monsters now find themselves one game away from what could interestingly be a matchup with their stablemates. That's right, the championship could entirely, in the SunBelt Baseball League this year, run through Columbus, and the Chattahoochee Monsters trying to get in there to face the Columbus Chattahoots. Now, the Chattahoots are already in. They ended up sweeping the Atlanta Blues, and so the Chattahoots made quick work of Atlanta. They end up in the final. They've actually been waiting a little bit, and I want to give a shout-out to the boys. I believe they're going to watch the game here tonight, and want to say hi to the Hoots. And it could be an all-Columbus final. It could be a 1-2 matchup if the Gainesville Gol'Diggers win. Now, the Gol'Diggers did finish the season in second, but the reason they finished second and not first, besides the tremendous effort that the Hoots had all year long, is the fact that on the final day of the season, in a doubleheader, Gainesville needed to win just one at Golden Park, and they couldn't. They did not win either game, and so instead, it turns into a situation where the Monsters end up with a victory, and you know what? Twice. It was incredible. It was an incredible finish to the season, and so for the Monsters here today, we're really looking forward to seeing if they can indeed finish this off in a winner-take-all, and it would be just incredible to have everybody back in Columbus for the final. We do know that the games next week will be played some combination of Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Not entirely sure where we're starting, where we're finishing. There's a lot of things in play, including whether it's Gainesville, whether it is, obviously, if it's the Chattahoots and the Monsters, every game will be at Golden Park. That's easy enough. But if it's Gainesville, could be Wednesday on the road, could be Wednesday at home, could be Friday at home, Friday on the road, and there's a lot of moving parts here yet to figure that one out. So we're going to try to work on that as best we can. Taking a look right now, by the way, we are just getting some lineups in here and taking a look. Yeah, I believe we're we're just getting things in. So why don't we run through, at least defensively here, as I'm actually going to fill in my scorecard while we're all talking about it. And boy, if you can't tell, this is a little more informal than normal, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And boy, this baseball season has not been without its excitement and its curveballs, if you'll pardon the pun. So here's the look at the infield for the Gainesville Gol'Diggers. So it's going to be, starting on the mound here today, it's going to be Jonah Wachter. And Wachter from Concord, New Hampshire, is a guy that I'm sure you're familiar with having seen if you're a Hoots or a Monsters fan. This year, he's actually ended up with 20 innings pitched and 3 walks, 16 strikeouts on the year. And Wachter is a guy who, as we go over to take a look at his stats here, junior at Tulane University, 6'2" right-hander, was a 2-1 record on the year. 5 games, all 5 of those games were starts, and a 4.50 ERA. So Jonah Wachter getting the nod on the mound here today. And then back over to take a look at the lineups here. Strickland is catching. Left to right in the infield, you're going to have Lewis at third, Roddy at short, Matthew at second, and Stanford at first base. In the outfield, it's going to be Mitchum in left, and then Prince in center, Bryant in right field. And as you can see on the video, they're still getting the field ready. A little bit of delay here. The game was supposed to start at 6:35. As you can see, they are just chalking first base. They have not chalked third base yet, so we are behind a little bit here. And kind of unusual. Maybe they're working towards a 7 o'clock start. Not entirely sure if somehow there was a little bit of a delay in getting things ready here. But we are finding all this out as we go here. Checking the league site, there is no mention of a delay at this point. But again, obviously we are in a delay here. As I mentioned, they're just striping that third base side. And like the Xavier in the chat says, let's hope we don't have to wait to the last inning to get the runs we need. I will say this. One thing that's been fantastic about covering this Chattahoochee Monsters team, they're never out of a game. They have the capacity to score and score big. And again, let's go back to that winner-take-all wild card game where the Monsters lost Game 1, so Game 2 becomes winner-take-all against the Atlanta Crackers. They were trailing 5-1 going into the ninth, then let up 3 more runs, and it was 8-1 going into the bottom of the ninth inning. Unbelievably, somehow they survived. They came all the way back, 8 runs, and a walk-off grand slam by Braden Pelkey. Just an absolutely incredible finish for the Monsters to that game. And who could blame them for being as excited and as pumped up? Then they go and they end up losing Game 1 on the road in Gainesville to the Gol'Diggers. And now we see the umpires coming out here. So we should have our manager meeting any moment. But the Chattahoochee Monsters then were able to come back in Game 2, and what was a 7-inning game, a lot of rain. And by the way, again, I want to give a tremendous shout-out to everybody who worked so hard on the field to get it ready to even play on. Just an incredible effort after a downpour out of nowhere that nobody saw coming, wasn't on the radar, popped up and just dumped buckets on the field. And all of a sudden, it was a question of whether or not they were even going to be able to play the game at Golden Park in Game 2. However, the Crack staff there getting everything ready and doing a fantastic job, and our thanks to everybody who was a part of that. And so they do get it ready. They do play. And then it's an 8-2 win for the Monsters, which is just incredible to me. But what a job they did. And so right now we do have the meeting on the mound here, or I should say at home plate with the umpires and the managers. And they are getting ready to go. And as Xavier says, yeah, great way for Pelkey to get his first home run of the season. Absolutely fantastic. Couldn't have come at a better time. It was a walk-off grand slam on a Wednesday in the bottom of the ninth. Just heavy stuff, incredible stuff. That's something you're telling people about for a very long time. And we're just getting the lineups in here, so as I'm bringing these down, I will get them to you here. And I'm going to have to wait until they take the field for the defensive positions of these players. I won't have that right away, but I'll be able to at least tell you who's in. And I can tell you it's Eric Moore who's getting the start. And Moore this year for the Monsters has one complete game under his belt, the Columbus State senior. He's the one who threw the no-hitter. Complete game shutout for the Monsters in 7-inning game. And congratulations to Eric Moore. That was a tremendous fact all by itself. But now taking a look at the Ackworth, Georgia native's numbers on the season, he was 2-1. 8 games, 7 starts. Did have that shutout, as I mentioned. 2.7 ERA. In 33 and a third innings of work, 35 strikeouts, 13 walks, and scattered 23 hits along the way. His last appearance, actually, he picked up the win over the Gol'Diggers in that 8-2 game with an inning of work where he struck out one and faced three batters in that one. So it's been a good year for Moore, and hopefully that continues here with he and his teammates. Getting it going in just a little bit as they continue to chat at home plate here. You can see the flags are blowing out towards center field at Ivy Watson Park. Hazy day. It's a hot day. Temperatures just hovering around 100 degrees depending on which way the wind is blowing, of course. And that makes it tough on a lot of these players. But, boy, this is quite the day. If you're a Monsters fan, or even you're a Columbus baseball fan, let's back this out a little bit and take a bigger picture look at this. This is a tremendous run for baseball in the Chattahoochee Valley, and we're proud of the Hoots. We're proud of the Monsters. It's been an incredible season for both of those teams, and definitely tip of the cap to them. So we are almost ready, I think, to go in just a minute here. It looks like the meeting with the umpires is breaking up. And so we'll be getting going here, hopefully in a moment. I can give you the batting order for the Monsters. And leading off, it's going to be number 36, Caleb Johnson. Batting second, number 16, Brooks Parkerson. Batting third, number 25, Jay Kehoe. Batting fourth, number 7, Braden Pelkey. Batting fifth, number 5, Brody Capps. Batting sixth, number 3, Justin Velos. Batting seventh, number 22, Zion Morris. Batting eighth, number 2, Luke Hasty. And batting ninth, number 34, Jonathan Williams. So that'll be the lineup for the Monsters here in the top of the first inning. Road team, they will hit first. We are slated to go 9 innings today. The other day, the rain-shortened game, because the start was delayed until, I think it was almost 9:30 Eastern time, you end up with a situation where the start forces a shorter game. So they play 7 innings, although, again, maybe if that one's not so close, you're kind of wondering to yourself, okay, well, what is this? Well, no, it was well in hand for the Monsters. And so, no doubt there. Good to see that, indeed, the Monsters with a convincing win. And here's the other thing that I'm really curious about, and I think it's something that we haven't talked much about here yet in this pregame show, but it's got to come up. The pressure on this team, meaning the Gainesville Gol'Diggers, has to be immense at this point. And they went through the regular season, for the most part, like a hot knife through butter. They really didn't face a whole heck of a lot of opposition. Well, now they are facing opposition, and again, the Monsters now, remember, beat these guys 3 of the last 4. So perhaps if you're the Gol'Diggers, now look, they play really well at home. This is a difficult team to beat at home. But the Monsters have shown that they are capable of winning against this team. And there's something to that. I mean, there's something to having the confidence if you're the Monsters. The other thing the Monsters can look up and down the bench and say is, we know that no matter how deep into the game we go, and now, thanks to that crazy comeback, no matter how far behind we are, the game is never over. We are not out of it. And that is a dangerous thing to have in an opponent. Now, the Monsters could probably use the ability to prevent early runs and score a few of their own. That's really been their bugaboo this year, has been falling behind early and then having to play catch-up. And that makes for a difficult situation. But we'll see if they can try to remedy that here today, as we are getting a little bit closer towards the first pitch here. Looks like they're lining up for the national anthem as they introduce the Gol'Diggers players and everybody coming out onto the field here. I'm going to see if I can get the audio for that national anthem for you. I'm not too sure. And one of the reasons why, in case you're wondering, number one, it's nice to have the hometown call, obviously, but number two, the audio is spotty on the Gol'Diggers side. So let's see what we have. I'm not going to make any promises, but we'll see what we've got here. Well, right now we don't have anything. Let's see if we can fix this here for you. One moment, please.
Gainesville for over 60 years. The Gainesville Gol'Diggers want to thank all of the fans for making this season a success. The Gol'Diggers are looking for their second straight SunBelt League championship, and they are thankful for all of the support of the local community. Thank you very much for coming to the games, listening to the radio broadcast, watching the games on YouTube this season. The goal is to win another SunBelt League championship for the fans in Gainesville. Micah Owings and Richie Casper say thank you to all of the sponsors of the team and all of the Gol'Diggers fans for another successful season.
All right, so the anthem complete here before this evening's game. Thank you, everybody, for being here as you are tuning in to Chattahoochee Monsters Baseball. Tom Callahan here with you, and it is a pleasure to have you on board. Right now I'm collecting the lineup for the Gainesville Gol'Diggers here and putting that in, and we'll be able to go through that here in just a moment. So leading it off is going to be number 9, Brandon Prince. And then he will be followed by number 6, Matt Rose. Batting third, it's going to be number 26, Corey Collins. Batting fourth is number 18, Riley Stanford. Batting fifth, number 16, is Cole Strickland. Batting sixth is number 27, David Lewis. Batting seventh, and let's see if I can find number 35, Tracy Mitchum. Batting eighth, number 15, Theo Bryant. And batting ninth, Bryce Roddy. So on the mound, getting his warm-up tosses in here, is Wachter. And again, the defensive lineup, Strickland is catching with Wachter on the mound. Lewis is at third base. Roddy is at shortstop. Then you've got Matt Rose at second base. Riley Stanford is at first. In left field is Mitchum. Center field is Prince, and he's leading off. And then right field is Bryant. So by my powers of deduction, that would lead me to believe that Collins is the extra hitter. Apologies, as we do have from time to time, we're going to have a little inconsistencies with the stream here, but hoping that'll remedy itself relatively soon. And so here we go. Caleb Johnson leading it off here. Johnson no longer wearing number 36 on the year. He switched over to number 1. But he will lead things off. He'll step in from the left side. And the first pitch is outside for a ball, and we're underway. Next one on the way, there's a swing and a ground ball up the first base side, and that one is going to be a base hit. He's going to go for 2 into the right field corner, and now how about cruising around for 3? And the throw comes in. It is late. And how about a leadoff triple for Caleb Johnson? Wow, that is the way to get the offense going. Ask and you shall receive. Boy, it didn't take him very long. That's incredible. What a great way for the Monsters to start this baseball game. So now Brooks Parkerson steps up. Parkerson hit .291 in the regular season, struck out 16 times, walked 8, had 5 RBIs. And already Wachter's in a little bit of a pickle here. He'll get a strike there on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Pitch on the way, and there's a swing and a ground ball up to second. The play is coming to the plate, and he's out at the plate. Oh, man. The put out 4-2 there on Johnson, who tried to charge home. That was not hit very hard. Matthews stepped up very quickly on it from second and made the play to the plate. And that one was actually not even very close. So the Monsters trying to stick the knife in early here. You end up with Parkerson on first with the fielder's choice. And that's going to bring up Jay Kehoe. As Kehoe steps in on the left side. And he'll swing and miss to the first one. That is strike 1. Kehoe, a .270 hitter on the regular season. And it was instrumental in that 8-2 win the other night. As he waits on this 0-1 pitch. That one misses low and inside for ball 1. Thanks for joining us here for Chattahoochee Monsters Baseball. And now the pitch on the way. There's a swing and a foul back to the screen. And it goes to 1-2 on Jay Kehoe. One and two, one out. Man on first is Brooks Parkerson. And the pitch on the way to Parkerson. He swings and he fouls that one back out of play. Stays 1-2. Wind has died down out there as the flags just kind of drape down the pole in center now, whereas earlier they were quite busy. 1-2 pitch on the way from Strickland. There's a swing and a miss. Or pardon me, that was, 1-2. That's the third strike. So Kehoe goes down swinging. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Braden Pelkey. And Pelkey, I mean, his first home run of the year was absolutely massive. Hit .211 in the regular season, but did have 18 RBIs to his credit. So right-hand hitter waits and looks at the first pitch. That is high for a ball. Sometimes it's just a matter of timely hitting. Pelkey from Phoenix City. He's a junior at Chattahoochee Valley Community College. Pitch on the way. There's a swing, and that one is a foul ball. Nope, that's an out. Left field. Sometimes you and I are going to do a little bit of guessing on this one. But that is the end of the inning as Pelkey flies out. And so the Monsters, unfortunately, put a leadoff triple by Caleb Johnson to waste as he's thrown out at the plate. Parkerson ends up getting stuck at first to end the inning. And so we'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we will have the bottom of the first coming up for you as the Monsters headed into the field. Scoreless here. This is Game 3 of the SunBelt Baseball League Semifinal Series. Winner take all. Whoever wins here tonight is moving on to face the Columbus Chattahoochee in the final. We'll be right back. All right, so back here for the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless so far. That was a fly ball out to left, by the way, to end the inning there for Pelkey. And so leading it off here is going to be the center fielder, number 9, Brandon Prince. Prince coming into this one, .333 on the regular season. Struck out 5 times, walked 5 times. Not bad, 48 at-bats. That's a pretty patient hitter. And he will look at ball 1. Moore on the mound. And the left-hander deals. And that one catches, well, no, it did not catch inside. That one, ball 2. Prince leading it off, followed by Matt Rose and Corey Collins. Waiting on the 2-0 pitch. And there's a check swing called strike. 2-1. Pitch on the way. 2-1 is swung on, and that one is lifted into short center. And that'll be a fly ball out, and so 1 out. For the Chattahoochee Monsters here, Pelkey is at third, Johnson at short, Parkerson at second, and Capps is over at first. Stepping in now will be the second baseman, Matt Rose. One out, nobody on, bottom of the first. No score here so far. Pitch on the way, and that's a called strike. Rose takes his time, steps out of the box. The flags have returned to attention out there in center field and blowing out towards left. More the pitch. Oh, that one just missed outside, 1-1. Everybody froze for a second there waiting to see what that call was going to be from the umpire. Justin Velos is in left. Zion Morris is in center for the Monsters. And Luke Hasty is out in right. Now count goes to 1-2 there on that foul ball. Moore's got a 1-2 situation here. Rose right up on the inside of that batter's box, and he'll watch that one come in high. 2-2. Moore looks in for the sign. He comes set at the chest. And the left-hander deals, and that one outside, and the count runs full. Want to say hi to everybody checking the game out on YouTube here today. We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for being a part of Chattahoochee Monsters baseball. The winner of this game gets the Columbus Chattahoots. Pitch on the way. And there is a swing and a foul ball. Stays 3-2. Saw that on the audio. I will see what I can do for you guys. 3-2 pitch on the way. And that is ball 4. So Rose over to first in the walk. Corey Collins, the EH. He is coming up now, 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the first. And that one is outside. Nice scoop over there by Kehoe to keep it in front of him. 1-0 pitch. Moore looks over at first, comes to the plate. There's a swing and a foul ball back on the left side. And it's 1-1 to Corey Collins. Collins, back in the regular season, led this team in hitting with a .474 average. In 8 games, he was 9 of 19. Now, certainly not the full docket there as Moore throws over to first. But in those 19 at-bats, 2 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs. Believe it or not, out of all those extra base hits, only had 3 RBIs. Struck out 5 times, walked 6. And he swings through that one for strike 2. So the count goes to 1-2. Rose the man on first after a walk. And the throw back over. Pitch on the way. And there's a swing and a pop fly. And that one will be put away for the second out of the inning. So an F8 for Collins, who flies out to Morrison center. And that brings up the first baseman, Riley Stanford. Stanford, first pitch, looks at a ball outside. 1-0, 2 down now with a man on first here in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch on the way. There is a swing and a ground ball to the left side. And that one is through for a base hit. First hit of the game. Stanford with a single to left. That puts Rose on to second. And now Cole Strickland, the catcher, as he comes up here. 2 down, 2 on. First and second for Strickland. And the first real situation of the game faces Moore and the Monsters here in the bottom of the first. Pitch on the way, and that one in there for a called strike. Moore, time called by the batter, Strickland there. So everybody will reset. We'll do this again. Moore looks in for the sign, nods, has what he wants now. Ready to come to the plate. Looks back at the runner, now the pitch, and that one misses outside for a ball. It's now 1-1 with 2 out. Moore quickly back to the set. Looks at second, to the plate. Little slide step there. That was low. Missed for ball 2, 2-1. Boy, this is how the Gol'Diggers are dangerous. They never look like they're doing anything, and then all of a sudden they got a couple of guys on base. They poke at you, and then they bring a few runs home. There's a swing and a miss for a strike, and now the count is even at 2-2. How many times have you seen Gainesville and this team just, they do. They chip away, and they make things happen. Two-two pitch on the way from Moore. Swing, and there's a ground ball towards the left side. And they will go to third for the out. And so the Monsters get out of the inning. And so I'm going to take the stream down for just a moment so I can switch the audio over to mono, and we will be right back here in just a moment. Scoreless after 1. This is Monsters Baseball. Okay, so we should be in mono now for everybody who is having an issue with the audio there. And if you want to let me know in the chat if everything is working well now, please feel free. As had to make a quick switch there. But each team, no runs, 1 hit, no errors so far. All right, thank you very much, Xavier. Appreciate you chipping in there and letting us know. As Brody Capps is going to lead it off here for the Chattahoochee Monsters. Capps from the right side. And he will step in here. First pitch on the way. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Wachter quickly back into the line. There's the pitch and a swing, and again, a miss, strike 2. Capps quickly in an 0-2 hole here to start the top of the second. Wachter right back into the wind. There's a swing, and that one chopped foul at the plate, stays 0-2. Wachter's thrown 15 pitches so far, 12 of those for strikes. And right now, Capps with a swing, and that one popped out of play on the right side as well. Stays at 0-2. Capps battling in this at-bat here. Pitch on the way. And again, another foul ball for Capps as he just reaches out and flicks it to the right of the batter's box. So Capps will step back in. We're still at 0-2, 5 pitches into the at-bat here. Wachter, righty, fires, and there's a swing, and that one is lifted out towards right field. And that one is caught by the second baseman, Matthew. And so that's the first out of the inning. And now it's going to be Justin Velos stepping in. Velos will swing and foul. The first pitch onto the left side. Is there going to be enough room to play it? There is not. So that is strike 1. Top of the second inning here. Winner take all here in Game 3 between the Gol'Diggers and the Chattahoochee Monsters. A 1 count against Velos. 1 out, nobody on. Velos hit .219 on the regular season. And there's a swing and a fly ball towards left. And moving over to make the catch there, Mitchum settles under it. 2 away. So now stepping in is Zion Morris. Morris patrolling center in this game. First pitch on the way from Wachter right down the middle for a strike. Next one on the way. And there you go, another strike in there. 0-2 now to Morris. Morris is going to have to defend a little bit here. 0-2 pitch on the way, and that one just misses inside. That was close. Very close, but Zion Morris patient with that ball on the inside. Now Wachter, the 1-2. Strike 3 called. So Morris frozen there, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Chattahoochee Monsters. To the bottom of the second we go. Gainesville Gol'Diggers coming to the bat. Lewis, Mitchum, and Bryant due up. Back with more in a moment. Okay, time to start things off for the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless here so far, each team with one hit. And unfortunately for the Monsters, they had a leadoff triple. That was Caleb Johnson, but he got thrown out of the plate trying to score. In the bottom of the first, the Gol'Diggers put on some pressure, got men on first and second, but were unable to do anything with it. So David Lewis leading it off here, and he will look at ball one outside. Towards the bottom of the order now for the Gol'Diggers. Lewis, then Mitchum and Bryant with Roddy in a hole at the bottom of the order. Moore with the pitch. There's a swing and a high pop fly. And that one will be recorded for an out. Popped out to the second baseman, Parker. So the left fielder, Tracy Mitchum. He'll step in now. Moore looks in for the sign here, set at the belt, and he will come towards the plate. And a breaking ball called strike there. And it goes to 0-1. Want to say hello to everybody watching this feed, no matter where you are. We appreciate you being here. If you're a Hoots fan, a Monsters fan, or just happen to be scrolling through YouTube, there's a swing and a ball hit into center for a single. And the ball actually, it looked like it got away. Maybe it didn't make it into center there. My apologies, but it looks like they're going to call that an E3 because something happened with Caps there, was unable to make the play. So it's not a hit, it's an E3 that gets Mitchum to first. So now man on first with one out, bunt shown, and that attempt fouled away by Theo Bryant. You know, it's interesting, teams that can actually execute the bunt or can execute the hit and run, it's the little things. If you're able to put the plays on and then make them happen, those teams win a lot more ball games. Moore to the plate, well outside, 1-1. And you see, sometimes a guy like Brian will foul that pitch back instead of being able to lay it down, and turns into a different at-bat after that. You get to 2 strikes, you're not bunting anymore. Moore, quick glance at first, 1-1. The swing, and that one is going to drop for a single. And so up to second goes Mitchum, and that is a base hit for Bryant. And now the Gol'Diggers, once again with men on first and second, this time with one out. Bryce Roddy's going to step in now. Double play still in order here. Moore. First pitch that bounces away from the catcher. Well, so much for that. Everybody's going to move up a free 90 feet. And that is ball one to Bryce Roddy. Boy, that really hurts you. You want to see the catcher get in front of that as best as they can. Try to prevent those runners from moving up. Moore with the pitch. And that one misses as well. Now it's ball two. 2-0, second and third. We're in the bottom of the second inning. There's one out. Roddy waiting on the 2-0 pitch. Swings and misses for strike one. Roddy will step back in here. Moore. Set. To the plate. Bunt shown. Pulled back. That was outside. 3-1. So now it's a 3-1 count here. First base is open. But you don't want to lose the bottom of the order here, certainly if you can help it. I'd love to get this out with Roddy. Moore, 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And that one, strike two. Boy, Roddy was trying to launch that one. He was nowhere near that breaking ball. So now, good battle by Moore to get himself back to even here in the count, or back to full, I should say. 3-2. Let's see what he can do here. Can Eric Moore help his own cause? Pitch on the way. Strike three called. That's a Southern Mosquito control strikeout in the second out of the inning. That is absolutely massive. That is a huge moment here with this 2 on and now 2 out situation going back to the top of the order. Oh, boy. You get that strikeout there. You go back up top with 2 away now as Brandon Prince steps back in, who flew out in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Moore to the plate, and there's a called strike to start off the at-bat. Sun starting to set. It sets right down the right field line here in Gainesville. And so if you're not careful, that'll end up blinding you as a right-hand hitter. You can see the umpire shading his eyes there, waiting for the pitch to come in. It gets merciless this time of day. Moore, the lefty, delivers. Bunt shown. That one is popped right in front of the plate, and the play is to first. And they're unable to get him. So the run scores, and the Gol'Diggers take a 1-0 lead. That ball bounced pretty high in front of the plate on that bunt attempt. As Prince is safe with that single, he'll pick up the RBI there, and now, well, there it is. The Gol'Diggers on the board. They take a 1-0 lead. Bryant got over to third on the play as now Matt Rose steps in. He walked in his first plate appearance. And he will look at ball one. Kehoe snapped up there, threatening a throw to first, but I don't know if you want to do that. You throw that ball away, you're giving up a second run. One-0 pitch on the way to Rose, and that is a called strike, 1-1. So now it's 1-0 Gol'Diggers here. Bottom of the second inning. 2 out. Runners on the corners. Eric Moore looking in for the sign. He's set and he delivers. And strike two right down the middle. Rose looking all the way. Well, let's see if perhaps they can get out of this inning. Moore. Pitch on the way, throws over, and the runner goes. He's caught in a rundown here, but will dive in safely to second. And I imagine they had to check the runner at third there. Boy, they almost had him too. Moore was picking off on the play. And then Prince ends up going anyway and getting in there with a stolen base. So now second and third. Again with 2 down, 1-2 count. Moore, the left-hander, into the wind. Pitch on the way, and that one is fouled away. So it stays 1-2. But the Gainesville Gol'Diggers have scratched out the first run here of this winner-take-all game 3. Pretty stiff breeze blowing towards left as that setting sun getting lower in the sky. Moore looking back at second. He comes set now. Pitch on the way, and that is outside for a ball, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Moore looks back at second. Parkerson sneaks in and then out of there, and there's a foul ball. Stays 2-2. I appreciate what Parkerson's trying to do over there. Make the runner stay a little bit closer. I just don't know if you're getting a throw at this point. That was difficult, especially after you had the guy picked off. All right, the 2-2 pitch once again. And big curveball that misses outside. Never quite found its way back to the zone. Count goes full. Rose ready for the payoff pitch. Moore looks in for the sign. He's now going to call time. So we'll do this all over again. And now, Kehoe's going to trot out to talk to Moore. Just want to make sure they have everything straight here. This is a critical juncture early in this baseball game. So once again, Rose will step back in. Count full. Runners on second and third, 2 down. 3-2 pitch on the way, and that is outside for ball 4. Bases are once again loaded. And now with 2 down, the number 3 hitter, Corey Collins, coming to the plate. He flew out to center in his first at-bat. He's hitting from the left side. Moore, first pitch, and that one in the dirt. Nice job by Kehoe to keep it in front of him. I was a little worried that ball was going to get away from him there, but it did not. He made a nice job to get over. One-0 pitch on the way to Corey Collins. More into the wind, and that one is foul. One and one. So he'll step back in for the 1-1 pitch. Collins, with the bases loaded now, 2 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And that pitch gets away to the backstop, and a run will come home. 2-0. Diving back over there at third base is Brandon Prince. But the first two runners to reach base have come home here in the inning. And now you've got second and third again with 2 out. 2-1 the count against the hitter Collins. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a foul ball. Gets it to 2-2. They do call it a wild pitch. Two on the way. Moore ready to come to the plate. Collins waiting. There's a swing, and that ball flared towards left. And that will be caught by Velos to end the inning. But not before the Gol'Diggers are able to do some damage here. They score twice and do so on the strength of 2 hits. They do leave 2 men on base. And there is 1 error charged in the inning against the Monsters. So it's 2-0. Gol'Diggers in the lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, third inning coming up here in just a moment. Brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. We'll be back with more in just a moment on Monsters Baseball. Luke Hasty will lead it off here to start the top of the third inning, and he will look at ball 1 as that scoots away to the backstop. Hasty, Williams, and then back to the top of the order with Johnson. 2-0. Gol'Diggers in the lead here, top of the third inning. And there's a pitch in, a little excuse me swing back up to the pitcher. First out recorded 1-3. I see Alex Moore asking in the chat what happened on the pickoff. And that's, I mean, your guess is as good as mine, but the throw went over to first, and then I think they just misplayed the pickoff, and he was able to get into second with a stolen base. That's Jonathan Williams in there. And he looks at the first pitcher, strike 1. Williams, the EH, represents the bottom of the order today for the Monsters, and he fouls one off, strike 2. Oh, 0-2 pitch on the way, 1 out, and that one misses high. So now it's 1-2. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Chattahoochee Monsters. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the catcher picks up the drop strike, tosses to first, and there's the out. So the strikeout and then the 2-3 put out on that drop third strike. And we go back to the top of the order. Caleb Johnson coming back up once again. And again, Johnson led off the game with a triple, but then was put out 4-2 trying to score on Brooks Parkerson's fielder's choice. First pitch of the at-bat here, and that one misses outside for a ball. And it's 1-0. Next one on the way, there's a swing and a miss. 1-1. One on the way, and that one, outside corner. Strike two. I don't think Johnson liked that call, but he's in the 1-2 hole now, and he's going to have to figure it out. Walked her into the windup. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a fly ball to left field. That will be caught by Mitchum, and that is the end of the inning. So 3 up, 3 down for the Monsters in the third. And we will come back with more in a moment. 2-0 Gol'Diggers lead. To the bottom of the third we go. This is Chattahoochee Monsters baseball. So to the bottom of the third we go. 2-0 Gol'Diggers in the lead. The third inning brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. We're about a quarter of the way through tonight's game, and if you're at a quarter tank or less, stop by Zelmo Zippin, the official fuel provider of the Chattahoochees and the Monsters. Riley Stanford leading it off here to start the bottom of the third. That's a strike called and an 0-1 count. Also want to remind you that Monsters Baseball brought to you in part by First Franklin Financial, our first inning sponsor, as that one misses outside to run it to 1-1, where you can get the funds you need when you need them with help from the expert staff at First Franklin Financial. Moore, set, and the pitch. And there's a swing and a ground ball up towards second. Throw to first. They got him. Stanford goes down 4-3 to start the bottom of the third for the Monsters. And so stepping into the right-hand side is Cole Strickland. He hit into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. First pitch in the way, and that is high. One-zero count against Strickland. And there's a swing, and that one is fouled away. 1-1. Strickland adjusts the batting gloves. He'll step back in. And the 1-1 on the way, and there's a swing and a miss for strike two. And Moore getting ahead in the count here. Pitch on the way, and that misses outside. 2-2. Moore's been having a little bit of trouble with the breaking ball here, but let's hope he can do some locating here. Let's see if we can get this one back in. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A Southern Mosquito Control strikeout. And there's 2 down here in the third. Well, it's nice to see Moore settling down a little bit here. Speaking of the third inning, gave up 2 in the last. And the Gol'Diggers, although the Gol'Diggers got out to a lead early in the last game as well, then the Monsters woke the bats up. Much like Pedro Serrano. Let's see if they can get out of this inning and get back around to the offenses. There is a foul ball back for strike 1. As Lewis steps in, he is 0 for 1 in the game as he popped out to second in his first at-bat. Moore, the lefty, deals. There is a swing and a ground ball up to third. Pelkey up with it. Throw over, and the side's retired. 3 up, 3 down. A welcome break. And the Gol'Diggers go in order here in the bottom of the third. 3 complete, 2-0. Gainesville leads it here. Game 3 of the SunBelt Baseball League Semifinal Series. We'll be back with more in a moment on Monsters Baseball. Okay, to the top of the fourth inning. Tom Callahan here with you. It is Chattahoochee Monsters Baseball. Thank you so much for joining me. As it's Game 3 from here in Gainesville, the Gol'Diggers and the Monsters pitch on the way to start off the at-bat here to Brooks Parkerson, is fouled away for strike 1. Wachter's been dealing pretty well so far. He's only allowed 1 hit. That was a leadoff triple. There's a swing and another foul ball. That is strike 2. As that one foul up the left side, past the third base bag. Parkerson steps out to set himself. 0-2 on the way. And he fouls that one back on the right side, out of play as well. So it remains 0-2. This is the only game in the SunBelt Baseball League. The Columbus Chattahoochee are awaiting the winner of tonight's game. And from that, we will figure there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Parkerson lunges at that one. The series will kick off Wednesday. And depending on who the opponent is, will determine the time and the venue. Jay Kehoe steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the first inning. And he will swing and foul that one back. And he's down 0-1. Wachter deals 0-1, called strike on the outside corner, strike 2. And now in an 0-2 hole, Wachter, and that pitch outside for ball 1. Good patience by Kehoe there not to go ahead and chase that one. I know you can start to feel a little strangled sometimes when things aren't quite going your way. And the 1-2, that one is fouled away. And it stays 1-2. Kehoe gets back in the box on the left side. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 4th inning, 2-0. Monsters trailing as Kehoe fouls another one back to the screen. And the other thing about the Monsters is they tend to score runs in bunches. And it's very rare that you see them put up a 1 if they do get a run across. There's at least 2, if not a bigger crooked number coming your way. That one misses outside for a ball, 2-2. Kehoe set, waiting for the pitch. 2-2 from Wachter, outside for ball 3. So now Kehoe's worked it around to a full count. Nice job. Let's see if he can pull something off here. Pitch on the way, and there's a swing and a miss. And that is the second strikeout of the inning for Wachter. So Pelkey now up. He flew out to left in his first at-bat. Two down, nobody on here in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch on the way, and that one is a called strike in the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Oh, 1 on the way, and that is a strike 2 as Pelkey kind of was already on his way backing onto the batter's box there as that one came across the plate. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And what an inning by Wachter. Strikes out the side. Through 4 innings, Wachter's only allowed 1 hit. That was, again, that leadoff triple by Johnson. And right now, the Chattahoochee Monsters unable to get it going offensively here. Let's see if they can get through this bottom of the 4th inning coming up here against the Gol'Diggers as they go to the bottom of the order. Mitchum, Bryant, and Roddy due up. We're back with more in a moment. This is Chattahoochee Monsters Baseball. Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Tracy Mitchum stepping in. The sun getting lower in the sky. Ooh, that went up and in. Ball one to start off the inning here. The shadows growing long off the mound. Moore stands up there, and he will deal. And again, up and in, 2-0. Moore to the plate. Outside, 3-0. Not a good start here to Tracy Mitchum. Mitchum, the 7-hitter here, followed by Bryant and Roddy at the bottom of the order. 3-0 pitch. And that one right down the middle for a called strike one. So at least Moore gets one back right there. Now the 3-1. And a called strike two as Mitchum watches that one as well. Well, so now Moore's put him in an interesting situation where he's got to pay attention here. Mitchum's got to try to protect the plate a little bit. Payoff pitch foul back to the screen, right into your living room. Watch out. That one coming right back at the camera there. And it stays 3-2. Mitchum, payoff pitch on the way, bounces for ball four. And that's a leadoff walk. Taking a look back here, the Gol'Diggers have not gotten the lead runner on in any inning, but they have found other ways once they do get guys on. That is the third walk of the day issued by Eric Moore. And now he's got the right fielder, Theo Bryant, coming up. Bryant singled to left and then would later come around to score in a wild pitch. Bryant showing bunt, lays it down in front of the mound. Throw over to first is just in time to get him. But he does his job. He sacrifices the runner up to second. And Mitchum up there now with one out. Nice job by Moore to get off the mound and field that one quickly. And for a left-hander, it's so much more difficult to turn around and throw that ball accurately to first base. But he does get the out. So one out, man on second. Roddy the batter. And he will swing and miss for strike one. Roddy hitting from the left side. Waiting and shows bunt. Now pops one down on the third base side. And there's not going to be a play on that as it looks like a foul ball. Indeed it is. So he'll have to go back and do it again with an 0-2 count. And I doubt we'll see him bunting here. But, I mean, good thought. If he was on his own for that, trying to catch him by surprise, everybody was back. So now, with an 0-2 count, Roddy gets back in here. One down, we're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Runner on second for the Gainesville Gol'Diggers. Moore checks the runner to the plate, and that one is fouled back on the left side. And it will stay 0-2. Runner on second is Tracy Mitchum, the left fielder. 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a chopper up towards second base. The throw is not going to be in time. Didn't have a play on it. So an infield single. Oh, that's a tough one. That chopper. And I suppose Parkerson, I don't mind that he doesn't throw that ball if he's not comfortable trying to hustle it over there, doesn't think he has the ability, because if you throw it away, Mitchum is going to score from third. Instead, with one out, now you've got a double play there. And that's the other thing. You don't have the double play ball possible either. Roddy would have been at least at second. So even though it stinks, you take the single. And again, bunt shown here is that one. The first pitch of the at-bat to Brandon Prince as we go back to the top of the order is ball one. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the second. Also has a stolen base, showing bunt again. Gets it down to third. Quick throw to home. Did they get him? Yes. Great play there. Charging in Pelkey. One-hands it with the glove to the catcher Kehoe. A fantastic play on the bunt. Mitchum is put out at the plate 5-2. That was absolutely fantastic. Great athleticism there by Pelkey. And Prince will reach on the fielder's choice. There's 2 out. And more importantly, the run does not score. So now it's first and second with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Matt Rose up. He's walked twice. Runner goes. Pitch inside. Throw down to third. And that one, they call him safe. Guess that, well, hard to tell from this viewpoint. I thought the throw was there in plenty of time. But apparently, the tag did not get around in time. Perhaps Pelkey was a little too far in front of the bag there. The throw might have short-hopped him a little. And now the ball gets away off the shin guards of the catcher. A run will score. And instead of getting that out at third, now another run comes around. And you've got a runner at third base. Boy, that's a tough swing. You hate to see that. So it's a 2-0 count now, as they call it a wild pitch. Rose waiting on that 2-0. That is inside in the dirt for ball 3. And boy, Moore, he's struggled back and forth here. We've seen him run the count full quite a few times in this game so far. And right now he's at 48 pitches already. 3-0 on the way. There's a swing and a chopper towards third. And the throw over to first, they get him in time. And so finally, the inning is over. Unfortunately, though, another run comes across for the Gainesville Gol'Diggers. And so call it 1 run on 1 hit. And they do leave a man on base. But the wild pitch scores the run and makes it 3-0 Gainesville. We'll go to the top of the 5th when we come back. More coming your way in just a moment. This is Monsters Baseball. To the fifth inning we go. And leading it off here for the Monsters is going to be Brody Capps, and he's going to look at strike one. Wachter back out there after striking out the side in the fourth. And Capps will foul that one off for strike two. Boy, Wachter is absolutely dealing right now. 0-2 pitch on the way to Capps. Swing and a fly ball towards right field. And the catch is made. Capps retired. As Bryant settling under it there. Now, looking back, that's the last 12 hitters in a row that Wachter has retired. Justin Velo steps in, and that one is ball one. Boy, at this point, you're just kind of hoping that Wachter either starts to tire, wander a little, or maybe you can touch up to him there as Velo swings and fouls one away. And the count 1-1. Velo's back in on the left-hand side. Wind has died down again here. It's been on and off with the breeze here at the ballpark at Ivy Watson Field here in Gainesville. As that one misses for ball two. Of course, the Gainesville Red Elephants call this home. The high school field here. It's actually a very nice facility. There's a chopper. And the play over to first. Race to the bag. And just beating Velos to the bag is Wachter. Nice job to cover there on that 3-1 putout. Two down now. And that brings up the center fielder Zion Morris. He struck out looking back in the second. Three 0 Gol'Diggers in the lead. Winner of this game will face the Columbus Chattahoochee for the SunBelt Baseball League title. There's a first pitch swing. And the throw gets away. And deciding not to go because the ball didn't get far enough away from Morris. Beats that one out. Looks like they are going to call that a single. So good for Morris. That is the first hit since the first batter of the game and only the second hit of the game for the Monsters. But it's got to start somewhere. And so Luke Hasty steps in. He was put out 1-3 in his only at-bat to lead off the third. But now he's got a man on first, two down. Now look at strike one. Let's see if the Monsters can build off of that single by Zion Morris. Not a big lead for Morris over there at first. Wachter doesn't seem too concerned about him as that pitch is in there for a called strike. It's now 0-2. Wachter takes a look over at the runner at first. Comes set at the belt. Now the 0-2 pitch on the way. There's a swing and a fly ball out towards right. And that will be put away for the out. So for the first time since the first inning, the Monsters do get a base runner, but they leave Zion Morris stranded at first. No runs, one hit, one man left on base. To the bottom of the fifth we go. 3-0 Gol'Diggers in the lead. We're back with more in a moment on Monsters Baseball. Back from the bottom of the fifth inning here on Monsters Baseball. Major League Baseball out-of-town scoreboard for you. Let's take a look at what's going on right now as we have the Baltimore Orioles up 4-0 on the Blue Jays, bottom of the third. Bottom of the fifth, 2-2 Phillies and Marlins. 3-1 Rays over the Yankees, top of the fourth. 1-1 Brewers and Nationals, bottom of the fourth. In the bottom of the third, the Angels with a 1-0 lead over the Atlanta Braves. Reds and Cubs are scoreless, top one. Couple of later games coming up. Guardians, Astros, Padres, Rockies, Red Sox, Mariners, and Diamondbacks, Giants, as that one is fouled back to the screen. The first pitch to Corey Collins, the EH in this game, and he is 0 for 2. Couple of fly ball outs. More still out there here to start the fifth inning for the Monsters. There's a pitch and a swing, and that one race to the bag. Did he make it? No. Nice job by Brody Capps as he picked up the grounder at first. I always like when players try to sell the situation. That's exactly what Corey Collins did right there, but he was put out 3 unassisted. Got to put the wings out as you cross the bag. Maybe you'll get the safe call, but nice hustle there by Capps. Pitch on the way to start off the at-bat, and there's a swing. And a drive towards left by Stanford. Stanford is aboard with a base hit. The one pitch swinging for Riley Stanford. He's now 2 for 3 with a couple of singles in this game. One on, one out for Cole Strickland. Hit into a fielder's choice to end the first, struck out swinging in the third. Pitch on the way there. That one off the end of the bat. And fouled over the screen for strike one. Moore with a pitch on the way. And that one misses outside for a ball. 1-1. One there, and that is a swing and a miss. Strike two, and now Strickland is in a 1-2 hole here. Stanford over at first. Moore looks at him, but he's not paying him a whole lot of attention. And Moore to the plate. There's a swing and a ground ball on the left side. They put the ball up towards second. Did they get him? Yes, indeed. So they get the lead runner, 6-4. And Strickland is aboard, fielder's choice. So now 2 down, man on first. And that pitch misses for a ball. Stepping up is David Lewis. He is 0 for 2 in the game. Lewis popped out to second and then grounded out to third. Moore, pitch on the way. That misses outside. 2-0. Moore with a glance towards first, but he comes to the plate, and there's a swing and a miss for strike one. Actually got a little piece of that foul ball, but still strike one. You take it any way you can get it. As you see the sun going down over the trees in right field, the lights are on here at Ivy Watson Stadium. There's a swing and a ground ball up to third. The throw across is in time. And that is the end of the inning. 5-3 as Lewis is put out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base for the Gol'Diggers. We are through 5 complete. Gainesville leads at 3-0. We'll come back with more in a moment. This is Chattahoochee Monsters Baseball. And as we come back here into the 6th inning, David Lewis has come out of the ball game at third. Zach Zara is in at third. And now Williams with a 1-1 count as he leads off. Here at the bottom of the order, Jonathan Williamson back up top to Caleb Johnson and Brooks Parkerson. There's another ball. It's 2-1. Wachter with the pitch, and that misses outside. Count goes to 3-1. Williams waiting, waggles the bat over his right shoulder. Wachter, the pitch, called strike. And the count goes full. I think Williams thought that one was outside. Looked like he was almost on his way to first. So here's the 3-2 pitch, called strike 3. Oh, tough one. As Williams strikes out for the second time in the ball game. And again, credit Wachter. He has just really been so difficult. 7 strikeouts so far for Jonah Wachter. 66 pitches, 50 of the 66 have been strikes. Just absolutely dealing right now. Back to the top of the order we go, and that one misses outside. Caleb Johnson taking ball 1. Well, you hope at some point the wheels come off a little bit here. New baseball coming in for Wachter. Didn't like that one. It wasn't a strike. Let's get another one in there. So the pitch on the way, and that one misses outside. Ball 2. Two-0 pitch outside, 3-0. This is only the third time in the ball game that Wachter has gone to ball 3 on a batter. Both times, though, he got a strikeout. He struck out Kehoe and just a moment ago, Williams. Now bunt shown, pulled back, ball 4. Wow, just the first walk of the game issued. Only the 3rd base runner here. Correction, 4th base runner. As Parkerson, I forgot, reached on that fielder's choice bag in the first inning as Johnson was put out trying to score after his leadoff triple. Boy, it started out so promisingly for the Monsters. Now we get a visit to the mound here. A little chat with Wachter. So a 4-pitch walk. But at this point, I mean, it's 3-0 Gol'Diggers. And they know if they win, they're in action Wednesday night. So, of course, part of the consideration is going to be how far can you get Jonah Wachter into this baseball game? As the umpire comes out to break up the conference. But maybe the Monsters have a little bit of life here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. It's 3-0. Gol'Diggers in the lead. Brooks Parkerson coming to the plate. As I mentioned, Parkerson hit into that fielder's choice bag in the 1st and then struck out swinging in the 4th. Shadows falling across the grass here. Runner goes, and a little inside-out single to right. Thank you very much. And that's going to get the runner around to 3rd. Parkerson with a single. And in there safely is Caleb Johnson, who had to slide in and now has to ask for time from the seat of his pants. Well, nice job of hitting there, Parkerson. Flared the bat out at it, popped it into right. And so now it's first and third. Oh, wait a minute. Did they call him out at third base? We have an argument in progress here. I think they called him out, trying to stretch it to third. Yeah, Caleb Johnson is out. The second time Johnson has been in a threatening position as a base runner and been thrown out, so he is eliminated on that putout. That'll be 9-5. Oh, no, that is a tough blow for the Monsters. So now it's 2 down with a man on first. Wachter misses ball 1 to Jay Kehoe, who struck out twice. Pitch on the way. Nope, that's a pickoff attempt over there, and just diving back in ahead of it is Parkerson. Runner on first, 2 down, 1-0 count to Kehoe. Another throw back over. Boy, they're really watching Parkerson close right now. They don't want him to go anywhere. Kehoe waiting on the pitch. Finally, it comes to the plate. He swings and lifts a fly ball towards center, but that's going to be caught, and that's the end of the inning. So twice now in this game, the Monsters have gotten a runner past second, and twice they've been thrown out trying to advance. And so for the Monsters, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We're back with more in just a moment. This is Chattahoochee Monsters Baseball. And we're going to move on into the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-0. Gainesville Gol'Diggers leading. Want to say thank you to everybody who is checking us out on the YouTube side here. Go Monsters! Boy, if they win tonight, that is an all-Columbus final in the SunBelt Baseball League. So leading it off here is Tracy Mitchum. Mitchum reached on an E3 and scored in the second as he will swing at the first pitch and pop that one up. And that will quickly record the first out of the inning as he pops out in shallow right to Parkerson. Didn't even get to tell you that he walked in the fourth. But I'll take it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Absolutely. Let's keep the ball rolling here if we can. So now Theo Bryant, the right fielder, stepping in. Bryant singled and scored back in the second inning. And then a sacrifice bunt. He'll swing at the first pitch here. And that one, a throw over across the diamond. And nice job picking it out of the dirt. Excellent job over there at first base by Caps. I'll tell you what, Pelkey's been solid over at third all night. Another nice throw by Pelkey from deep in the hole. Gets it across to Caps. They've connected a couple of times tonight on putouts. In fact, that is the fourth one that's gone 5-3 tonight. It's nice when you're strong at the corners. So quickly, 2 down. And the 9-hitter, Bryce Roddy, steps in. Roddy has struck out, singled, and scored. Also stole a base in there. First pitch in the dirt for a ball. And it goes 1-0. Lights taking effect on the field here now as the sunshine finally out of everybody's eyes. And there is a swing and a foul back to the screen. And it's 1-1. Pitch on the way. And there is a called strike on the outside corner. Roddy finds himself in a 1-2 hole. So now Allen. 2 down, nobody out. 1-2 pitch on the way. Oh, curveball just missed. That was close. But not close enough. We get 2-2 now. So now more to the set. Pitch on the way. Curveball and a high fly ball. Lifted out towards right. Settling under it to make the catch is Luke Hasty. And it's 3 up, 3 down at the bottom of the order for the Gol'Diggers. So we are now going to go to the 7th. The question is, do we still see Wachter? We'll find out when we come back with more in just a moment. This is Chattahoochee Monsters Baseball. All right, to the top of the 7th inning we go. And the Chattahoochee Monsters still have to deal with Jonah Wachter. Wachter now up to 74 pitches, 53 strikes in the game, as he will put the first one on the outside corner with a fastball right there to Braden Pelkey. 4, 5, 6 coming up here. Pelkey, Caps, and Velos. And there's another one. They appeal down to first. Did he go? No, that's a ball. 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one outside, 2-1. Pelkey, the hero of Wednesday's bottom of the ninth inning rally, looks at strike two. Had a walk-off grand slam as the Monsters came all the way back from down 8-1. Here they trail 3-0 in the top of the seventh. And there's a swing and a miss for strike three. That is the second strikeout of the game for Pelkey. He is now 0 for 3. And Wachter is just having a tremendous start here tonight. He's only allowed 3 hits over his first 6 1/3 inning of work. Caps will step in now. Pitch on the way, and he looks at strike one. And honestly, Wachter is not really showing any signs of slowing down either. That's the other thing. He's working quickly here. 0-1 on the way. There's a swing and a fly ball by Caps. And that one's going to go all the way to the wall. It bounces away from the center fielder, Prince. Caps rounding second. He's on his way to third base. He is in without a throw. And Brody Caps with a triple. Between Prince and Mitchum, they could not get over to get to that ball in time. And the second triple of the baseball game for the Monsters with 1 out here in the top of the seventh. That's going to bring up Justin Velos. Velos waiting on the first pitch of the at-bat. That's in there for a called strike. And it's 0-1. That one misses upstairs. 1-1. I do wonder, though, how long the leash is on Wachter at this point. As the pitch count does get up there, and that one way outside for ball 2. I know you want him to get out of the inning. You definitely want to see if he can give you, okay, you brought him out for the seventh. You didn't bring him out to take him out. So you want to see if he can get you through this here. Pitch on the way, and that misses high. It goes to 3-1 against Justin Velos. Runner on third is Caps. He tripled here with 1 out in the top of the seventh. 3-0. Gol'Diggers in the lead. 3-1 pitch on the way. And that one is a strike in the outside corner, 3-2. Count runs full to Velos. Wachter, the payoff pitch. There's a swing and a foul back. And it stays 3-2. Three-2 on the way again. And another foul ball by Velos as he skips up the first base side. Nice job, Velos, to get a hold of that one. Keep it in play, or knock it out of play, I suppose. Not put it in play on a pitch he didn't want to hit, but also you don't want to take the chance of a called strike. So once more to the 3-2. And another foul ball. Boy, Velos doing a nice job to take Wachter deep into this at-bat. Velos waiting. On the 3-2. On the way. Swing and a ground ball up towards first. And that gets through for a base hit. And a run will score. And the Chattahoochee Monsters are on the board. Caps brought home by that RBI single to right by Velos. And now it's a 3-1 game. So the Monsters are in business, and that might be all for Wachter. Not a real surprise here as the handshake and the baseball is turned over and fist bumps all around the mound. A strong start out of Wachter. He gave the Gol'Diggers what they asked for. And so now on to pitch here for Gainesville. It's going to be number 31. That's Kyle Roper. And he is a freshman at Toccoa Falls College from Cumming, Georgia. 5'11" freshman, had a 2-0 record on the regular season, a 2.64 ERA. Appeared in 13 games, but only one of those was a start. 30 2/3 innings of work, 44 strikeouts, 11 walks to his credit. Scattered 26 hits along the way. And so Kyle Roper, the right-hander, will get his warm-up tosses in. While he does that, I want to remind everybody that season tickets are now on sale for the 23-24 Columbus River Dragons season. Lock in a full season of exciting River Dragons hockey with no price increase over last season. A minimum $50 deposit per seat ensures you won't miss a minute of the action. Call 706-507-4625. That's 507-4625 to speak with a ticket representative. Or you can always go online to rdragons.com. Major League Baseball out-of-town scoreboard. Orioles still up 4-0 on the Blue Jays. That's in the bottom of the fifth now. 2-2 Phillies, Marlins top 7. Rays 5-1 over the Yankees top 6. Nationals 2-1 lead the Brewers top of the 6th. Bottom of the 5th, the Angels 2-1 over the Braves. Middle of the 2nd, Reds 3, Cubs 0. Bottom of the 2nd, Guardians 2-zip over the Astros. Padres at Rockies are delayed start tonight. Red Sox at Mariners, Diamondbacks at Giants coming up a little bit later on. And so now the Monsters, with a man on first, already a run home here in the inning, 1 out. We'll bring up Zion Morris, who struck out and singled. He's 1 for 2. First pitch on the way, and a bunt. Morris up to the third baseman. The throw over to first is in time to get him, and now running around to third. Nobody covering the bag. Did they get him over there? Yes! A double play for the Gol'Diggers, and they're out of the inning. Justin Velos trying to stretch to third, and for the third time tonight, the Monsters are thrown out trying to stretch. That's tough one for the Monsters. So Morris is retired 5-3, and then I believe it's going to be 3-6 on the Velos putout. That ends the threat here in the 7th. They do get 1 run across on 2 hits, but nobody left on base. To the bottom of the 7th inning we go. Gol'Diggers with a 3-1 lead. Back with more in a moment. This is Monsters Baseball. So for the Gainesville Gol'Diggers here into the bottom of the 7th inning we go. Gainesville with a 3-1 lead. And it's the top of the order to lead things off here. It'll be Brandon Prince, followed by Matt Rose and Corey Collins. Moore still out there on the mound for the Monsters. And the first pitch is a called strike in the outside corner. Moore to this point of the evening, 97 pitches, 60 strikes. Moore will look in for the sign, gets it, breaking ball, and that one is swung through for strike 2. Boy, if Moore can get through this 7th inning for the Monsters without allowing anything further, that would be fantastic. Let's see. There's a foul ball away on the right side. Stays 0-2. Want to say thanks to everybody viewing the game on YouTube here. We appreciate you being along. Thank you so much for being a part of Monsters Baseball. 0-2 pitch on the way. Moore deals, hit him. Oh, I got him right in the shoulder. So a freebie down to first base. And Prince has reached in 3 of his 4 at-bats. So now Matt Rose, 0 for 1 with 2 walks. He grounded out to third in the 4th. Rose in on the right side to face Eric Moore. Moore looks at first, now comes to the plate, and the runner goes. Throw down is not going to be in time. So the stolen base in there for Prince takes that double play out of the equation. Boy, he had a good jump. Time called. Rose steps out of the box. And the Monsters here trailing at 3-1. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nobody out, 1 on. Rose waiting on the pitch. Long look back at second for Moore. Bunt shown now. And that misses low for a ball. So it's 2-0. Moore checks second again and now steps off and fakes the runner back. Johnson cutting over from short to get behind the base runner Prince, make him dash back towards the bag. Moore looks back again to the plate now. There's a swing and a ground ball off the first baseman over to second, and the throw will not be in time. Over to third goes Prince. And now runners at the corners. Nobody down here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Gainesville Gol'Diggers. See how they score that one. I imagine it's going to be a hit, but I suppose we have to wait and see here. They do score it a hit. I'd have a hard time giving an error on that one, but so now first and third, nobody out. Corey Collins up. He's 0 for 3. The left hand hitting Collins steps in there, and Moore will put strike 1 on the inside corner. If you're just joining us, this is Game 3, the deciding game of the SunBelt Baseball League semifinal series as Moore throws over to first to check Matt Rose back. The winner of this game will take on the Columbus Chattahoochee for the SBL title. Moore with the pitch and a swing and a foul ball. Collins gets behind 0-2. Collins steps out for a leisurely stroll. Now he gets back into the left-hand side. And once again, the throw, and they got the runner picked off. You got to watch the runner at third. They keep an eye on him. And will they get him in a rundown? No, the runner going back to third, and they allow the advance to second by Matt Rose. That was just more of a dance than anything else. Again, they had the runner picked off as Rose was trying to advance, but having to keep an eye on Prince so he doesn't score. They end up allowing Rose to go to second anyway. So the 0-2 pitch with nobody down. Runners now on second and third on the way here to Collins. Foul ball. Things just seem to be going the way of the Gol'Diggers right now. Let's see what Moore can do here. 0-2 on the way. Curveball. Oh, just missed. Thought he might have been getting that one, but no. One-two pitch on the way from Moore. Swing, and that one has popped up the chute. Out at short. Moving over to make the catch is Johnson. And so one out here in the inning. It is imperative for the Monsters to try to get out without giving up anything else. Riley Stanford, 2 for 3 in the game, steps into the right side. He singled in the first and the fifth. Now look at the first pitch and swing at that one. Left one high in the air and out towards center. Runner tags, throw coming in. It will not be in time, and scoring from third is Brandon Prince. So a sac fly for Stanford, and that makes it 4-1. Just for the sake of scorekeeping, it was Hasty who made the catch, the right fielder, so it's technically a sac fly to right. Now 2 down, runner on second. Swing of the first pitch there by Cole Strickland. That one high in the air, and that is put away by the center fielder Morris for the third out of the inning. But the Gol'Diggers managed to find another run somewhere in there. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 man left on base. 7 complete here at Ivy Watson Field. It's 4-1 Gainesville in the lead. More Monsters baseball coming your way. Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Lauren Turner Massey is ready to help you combine home and auto and save in Georgia and Alabama. Call 706-563-6975 today. That's 563-6975. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. 8-9 one-hitters coming up. We'll start off with Luke Hasty, who's 0 for 2. As Hasty steps in, and first pitch, he will swing and lift one out to right field. Coming over to make the catch there is Bryant. So 1 pitch, 1 out. The Monsters now have 5 outs to find 3 runs. Jonathan Williams steps up. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. First pitch called strike in the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 on the way. Strike 2. I'd at least like to see Williams try to offer one of these here, try to put something in play. 0-2 pitch, and he does swing at it, fouls it back, and that is out of play. It remains 0-2. 1 out, nobody on here. And this is the top of the 8th inning. Williams waiting on the 0-2 pitch. Roper to the set at the belt. The right-hander deals, and he misses outside for ball 1. Good eye there by Williams. He tries to battle back in this count here. This is a very important at-bat right now. You got to get somebody from the bottom of the order on. That is way outside. That's an easy take right there to get to 2-2. Only 3 hits in this game up until the last inning. Then 2 more for the Monsters. So they're sitting on 5, but boy, they've really struggled. That pitch outside, 3-2. All right, Williams has gotten himself to a full count here. Wachter finally got tired in the 7th, but then Roper came on, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and there's 2 down. Back to the top of the order we go. And it's going to be Caleb Johnson. Johnson's reached twice. He tripled rather to lead off the game, but was thrown out trying to score on the next play. And he will line one right back up the middle for a base hit. So a 2-out single as Caleb Johnson almost beheaded Roper with that one as he rips it right back up the middle. Well, let's see if the Monsters can get a little something going here. Two down in the top of the 8th inning. And that brings up Brooks Parkerson. Yeah, look at the first pitch, high and outside for a ball. Parkerson singled back in the 5th, but was stranded at first. He's also grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out swinging. 1-0 pitch, and now quick throw back to first, just diving back in there. Ooh, that was close, but Caleb Johnson got in. You could tell by the reaction of the first baseman, Stanford, As he spun around and did a little ooh-ah dance there, he thought he had him. Now they're going to talk about it. It was close. But so much of baseball, when you're a coach, when you're an umpire, and it's even the River Dragons coach has said this a million times, but Jerome Bichard has said, you're not arguing for the call you didn't just get. You're arguing for the next one. To put a bug in the ear, if you will. Pitch on the way, and that one is fouled away and goes to 2-1. Runner on first is Caleb Johnson. 2-1 pitch. Ooh, that one was awkward up top. Did he go around? Yes. I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like Parkerson lost his footing awkwardly, and he kind of fell forward in the batter's box while trying to check his swing up. Looked like he got off balance. But the resulting play ends up as a strike, and now it's 2-2 with 2 out and a man on first. Roper set at the belt. He'll come to the plate. Runner goes. Little chop up towards third. Throw across is in time. And that's the third out of the inning. So the Monsters get a runner aboard but cannot do anything with it. No runs with 1 hit, 1 man left on base. To the bottom of the 8th inning we go. It's 4-1 Gainesville Gol'Diggers in the lead. More coming your way on Monsters Baseball. Back here for the bottom of the 8th inning, the Gol'Diggers with a 4-1 lead over your Chattahoochee Monsters. Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining me. Ashton Falk is the new pitcher into the game for the Monsters, the 5'10 junior at Southern Wesleyan University. Hails from Midland, Georgia. 3-2 in the regular season. Appeared in 12 games overall. Started 5 of those with a 5.34 ERA. 35 1/3 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts, 20 walks. And he will come in here in relief of Eric Moore. Moore got through 7, 4 runs on 6 hits. And a tough line for him tonight. But only 1 run up for the Monsters, so that doesn't really help either. And we'll see here, first of all, if Falk can get the Monsters out as quickly and economically as possible, and then get them to that last at-bat. Looking at it in the 9th inning, 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Monsters, so there's some hope. And with this team, there's always some hope. David Lewis leading things off here. And he will look at the first pitch. That misses low for a ball. Actually, pardon me, that is Zach Zara coming up. Lewis actually left the game as a defensive sub a little while ago. Another one misses ball 2. Zara hitting from the left-hand side. And he will swing and up towards first. That one is picked up by Caps. He'll beat him to the bag. 3 unassisted on the putout, 1 away. So now Tracy Mitchum, the left fielder, coming up. Reached on an E3 and scored in the second. Walked in the fourth. And he popped out the second in the sixth. First pitch misses outside. And that is ball 1. Boy, Kehoe really tried to frame that one for as long as it took. And now that one off the inside part of the bat. Charging over. Parkerson makes the play with a toss to first. 4-3, the second out of the inning. Well, this is exactly what you hope for from Ashton Falk. Get in there, get some outs. Get us on to the last chance here for the Monsters. Gainesville with a 4-1 lead at home here at Ivy Watson Stadium. Beautiful sunset out here at the ballpark. The wind is just a little bit of a breeze ruffling the flags out in center right now. As Theo Bryant steps in, 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored back in the second. Pitch on the way, and that one misses low from Falk. Bryant will back out as we have a little bit of a momentary delay here. Looks like we got a baseball that escaped the bullpen out there and left. So now the right-hand hitter, Bryant, steps back in. Pitch on the way, and that one inside. Nice job there by Falk to paint that inside corner. And now 1-1. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Let's see if we can get out of this inning right here. Ashton Falk quickly into the wind. 1-2 pitch. Misses for ball 2. Bryant back in the box. Falk working quickly here. Pitch on the way, and that is low and inside, and now the count runs full. So Falk into the wind. Payoff pitch. Swing and a chopper out towards short. Picked up by Johnson. Over to first for the out. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Gol'Diggers here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And so it comes to this. The Chattahoochee Monsters need 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead, and the winner of tonight's game is moving on. The loser is done for the summer. This will determine who faces the Columbus Chattahoochee for the SunBelt Baseball League title. Come on back and join us for the top of the 9th inning. More coming away in just a moment on Monsters Baseball. Well, here we go, Monsters fans. Are you ready? Top of the ninth. It's 4-1. Jay Kehoe steps in, the three-hitter, 0 for 3 tonight. And Roper remains on the mound. Roper's first offering to Kehoe misses high and outside for ball 1. Kehoe set on the left-hand side of the plate. Roper deals. And again, he misses high for ball 2. Boy, so important if the Monsters can get the leadoff hitter on here. Pitch on the way, and that's a called strike in the outside corner, 2-1. Monsters have 3 outs to find 3 runs to tie, 4 to take the lead. It's 4-1, top of the ninth. There's a swing and a miss by Kehoe, and it's a 2-2 count. Kehoe, the lefty, windmills the bat, waiting. Now he's set, and again, high and outside. And the count runs full to Jay Kehoe. Don't discount the pressure either on the defensive side, and certainly the pressure on the pitcher, Roper. Roper looks in for the sign. He's got what he wants. Comes to the belt. 3-2 pitch on the way. A swing and a pop up the shoot back and out of play. So it stays 3-2. Three-two pitch on the way to Kehoe. Roper to the plate, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Kehoe is down swinging for the first out in the 9th inning. It's 4-1. Gol'Diggers in the lead. Monsters have 2 outs now to try to get those 3 runs and at the very least extend this game. And it's Braden Pelkey. Pelkey over 3 tonight. Roper looks in for his sign. He'll come to the plate, and that one, even though Pelkey thought it was inside as he backed out of the way, it's a called strike 1 on that inside corner. A 1 pitch. There's a swing and a fly ball out towards center, and settling under it, Prince makes the catch. And now there's 2 down. Now it falls on the shoulders of Brody Capps. Capps was the first player on this Monsters roster. Actually signed with the Hoots to start the year, but played for manager Johnny Eaton out in Phoenix City. Asked if he could come play for the Monsters, and now he's the guy responsible to try to keep it alive as he swings through the first pitch. And that is strike 1. Roper set at the belt. And there's a swing and a high fly ball lifted out towards center field. Prince is under it. And he makes the catch. The game is over. The season is over for the Chattahoochee Monsters. A difficult end. The Gainesville Gol'Diggers are now the answer to the question, who will the Columbus Chattahoochees face on Wednesday night? And once we have it ironed out, if the season will be if the series will be game 1 in Gainesville or game 2 in Gainesville, we will let you know. That'll be over on GoHoots.com. But in the meantime, it was a heck of a run for the Chattahoochee Monsters. They pushed the Gol'Diggers to 3, and along the way, a couple of just amazing comebacks, some tremendous games, excellent efforts. All this for a team that really came together a couple of weeks before the start of the SunBelt Baseball League season. And just a difficult season, but they got through it, and they did excellent. It was a team that excelled this year. And so the handshakes out there, and the Gainesville Gol'Diggers are moving on. I want to say thank you to everybody who's been a part of the coverage this year. If you're a Monsters fan, if you're a Hoots fan, if you just love baseball, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. And a reminder that the Hoots games will be radio coverage no matter home or road, and we're going to try to do YouTube home and road as well, but we'll keep you posted on that. And that's it. So we'll wrap things up with this quick Burger King post-game show. Just to look at the final stats for you tonight. Really, the difference was the start from Wachter. That was, to me, that was the everything in this game, as Jonah Wachter was fantastic. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run. That was earned. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts tonight for Wachter. Roper does come in and get the save. 2 2/3 innings of work. Only gave up 1 hit, struck out 2. The loss goes to Eric Moore, who pitched 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs. 2 of those were earned. Walked 3, struck out 2, and then Falk came in and worked a perfect inning in relief in the 8th, but just not enough time to plate the runs for the Chattahoochee Monsters. And so that's it for our Burger King postgame show wrap. Your final line score: the Gainesville Gol'Diggers 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The Monsters 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error. We'll talk to you Wednesday night for Game 1 of the SunBelt Baseball League Final. We now know Columbus Chattahoochee and the Gainesville Gol'Diggers. Thank you for joining me, everybody. This is Tom Callahan saying thank you very much and good night.